day, guys. Well, it's evening, but I wanted to do another video just to kind of explain what my day is like. Today is first day back from the trip, and I definitely noticed that my ability to stay mindful is a little bit less focused than what it was on the trip. I think partly just because when you're on a vacation, your mind, you're excited, and so you're so focused on paying attention to what's happening anyways. But so while at work today, I did find my mind slipping back up into ruminating every so often. I listened to a lot of different podcasts today. I listened to about stoicism. I think that's how you say it. But I listened to some about that. And now I can't exactly remember what it is that I specifically enjoyed about stoicism. But I found the concepts to be beneficial. And I was listening to some Buddhist monks speak. And I was listening to some people speak about impermanence. And I thought that was really important to find value in the fact that to realize that things are impermanent means that realizing that a friendship or a relationship or something that you had with someone, it doesn't always mean that it's gonna last. So to have had I got to a point earlier today while listening to him where I realized last month I really had some beautiful conversations with a friend, and it lasted for like a week, and it was so deep and so moving and so fulfilling, and then it just is now very different. That friend doesn't really want to talk to me in the same way anymore, and or very often anymore, and so adjusting to that and realizing that I've gone through that form of impermanence before, and for a moment, for like a few minutes earlier today, I was able to realize, wow, that period of time frame with communicating with him was absolutely beautiful, and it was so much fun, and there was so much life and connection and vigor, and it was really vibrant and fulfilling. And I was able to just realize I'm really happy that I had those moments. It made me feel really good, and it was really nice, just like it is with anybody else who I had really good conversations and moments with. For example, Josh, I used to have such wonderful, beautiful conversations with him, and then those moments don't exist anymore. Or with Keenan, I used to have those kind of moments in those conversations, and it was so fulfilling, and then to realize, like, hey, relationships change and people change, and that's just how it is. But I'm really grateful that I had that like, what was it, like 5 days or something of just such good depth and fulfilling good conversations. And so I And that's what I ruminate on a lot, is that I miss it, and it's sad, and it makes me sad, and to accept that it's not that way now. It just like it is with any person that you break up with, and realizing that, hey, it's not that way anymore. But it's I see the beauty and the value in the fact that it was that way ever at all. Even for a short period of time, it was really beautiful, just like it was with Josh, and just how I felt like with Keenan. And so to see that everything around me is eventually gonna die and not exist anymore, and I'm not gonna be with Brandon forever, and the friends that I have now, like, that eventually, either those friends will die or they won't want to be my friends anymore, and to realize that, hey, like, and eventually my parents are gonna die, and eventually I won't exist anymore, and my animal companions won't exist anymore, and so to realize that all of those experiences, all those beautiful moments that I have where I am alive and sit here hearing these birds like making so much noise, and hearing Brandon inside playing his Dragon Ball Z game so loud, but in this patio, I love this apartment, and eventually there's gonna be a point where I won't live here anymore. And I really focused a lot on today on finding the value in the things that I have, and realizing how special those things are, because they won't, things change, and you can't stop the change no more than you can stop the suns from setting. And that's completely okay. And to realize that with things not being permanent, and with things being constantly changing, and to accept that things will change, that it's okay. And it's beautiful because you get to experience those things at all. So I'm really glad that last month I was able to have, that wasn't even last month, it was like 2 months ago now. 2 months ago, I was able to have just a full, just solid week of great conversations with Ethan. And it was so fulfilling, and to know that I had that wonderful experience in that time, just talking to him so much, even if it's not that way now. That's how it was at one point, and it was a good feeling. And there's so much to find value in. I find value in my friend Aza. I talk to her like every day lately, and she's my girlfriend. I asked her if she wanted to be my girlfriend, and she said yes. And so we just flirt, and we send each other pictures, and we be cute, and make each other feel good, and it feels so good. And to know that I have her in my life, just to be such a good friend with, who's responsive and loves me. It's nice to feel loved. And so to see the value in the simple things, and the friendships that I have right now. For example, my friend Ted here in Tucson. I don't have many friends here in Tucson, but Ted just came over and he took a bunch of pictures of me from that photo shoot, the nudie one, where I have the words written all over my body and stuff. But he came over here and he gave me the photos, and the fact that he wanted to just like be there and participate in that project and just stop by, or the fact that every so often I get a message from like Kefren messaged me the other day, and he's like, hey, do you want to come over and have a hammock hangout? What do you call it? A hookah hammock hangout. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to have a hookah hammock hangout. But it's nice to know that people care, and to get messages from someone who cares enough to swing by or to ask to hang out. It makes me feel good. And a lot of the things that I deal with emotionally have to do with relationships. I'd say that's probably the majority right now of what I am dealing with mentally. So, as you can see, I write on my arms, just like in the photo shoot, if you have seen it. And I write on my arms the things to help myself remember how to think more positively. So I know this is a really long video, so I'm not gonna talk about all the meanings of everything on my arms, because I feel like you kind of get the idea. Impermanence, I know I spelled it wrong. There should be an E instead of that A, but it's on there. And then ruminate. So ruminate with a big X crossed out. I also wrote, someone hates me? That's their problem. My job, be impeccable. Accept what is. And water. To be like water and flow like water and take the form of water. Small actions, big changes. So that was a comparison of how long, what's it called? Shoot. I forget what it's called. But it's the movie where the guy digs the hole through his jail cell. Shanghai something. All I can think of is the Shanghai Restoration Project, but that's a band. But so, small actions. He did small actions for like 19 years until he had that tunnel, and then he exploded out. Will I care about any of this when I'm 80? I don't know. Your emotions change the way you see the world. They sure do. Emotions are waves in the ocean. They come and go. So to let myself realize that I may feel one way one moment, and then 10 minutes later I'll feel another way, and I'll have a different set of emotions. And that's completely okay. So, thanks for watching the vlog, episode 2.